My name is Marcin Lewandowski, and I work in MSM Studio. We're a Polish company, and today I am here to talk to you about e-learning, something that is dear to my heart. And the topic of my talk today is making bold and dynamic e-learning content on the basis of static and traditional textbooks. As software creators, we all know that there is this sort of shift in educational materials now, where in the modern age, the students, but also the teachers, are getting more and more, they're getting less focused, and they have shorter attention span, and we now have tools to overcome that, and that is e-learning. Imagine that you are a teacher and you have a class of 30 students, and some of these students are better and faster learners, and some of them are not. And with e-learning, you can overcome the situation where you have these 30 students and you cannot really help them all at the same time. So with the tools that we can create for them and the software that is now being made, learning can actually become faster, it can become adaptive, and it can actually be just fun. For example, if you have a passage in your textbook that is just text only, and even from my experience as a student, I remember that we had these text passages and we had songs for these text passages. The teacher would just put an audio device in the classroom, just play the tape, and we would be just staring at the blackboard and not really engaged, and we would get bored really fast. So imagine if you can switch this opportunity, and imagine that you can turn this activity into a karaoke activity that can actually engage all of the students in your classroom. Now you have 30 kids that are not just staring at the blackboard, but they are actually having fun. And this is just one of many examples that I could give you about e-learning, it seems that in the modern age now, we kind of, as software creators, we need to move forward in front of the needs of the students and also the teachers to make it more fun for everyone. And that is, for example, when you're a teacher and you need to test these 30 students. And some of these students were sick, for example, and could not catch up with the material. With e-learning tools, you can easily send the material to the student so that he or she can redo it at home and just catch up way faster. Then the tests could be checked automatically, and the teachers can actually gain some time. The teacher can then focus on each particular student, and in this way, learning becomes more individual and adaptive. I would even say that with e-learning, you can have the education unfold before the students. What I mean by that is you have a student that is extremely he's learning so faster than the rest of the students. You can actually tailor-make some custom tests for the student so that he or she can actually practice this alone at home and not be lagging behind the rest of the students in the classroom. The same goes the other way around. If you have a student which is not catching up so fast, you can actually do some extra work with this student and focus on the particular individual, and not make this student feel like, okay, the rest of the class is so ahead of me, and now I just need to catch up with them, and there's no way for me to do this. And when you think about e-learning and about all of these tools, about all of this software, there's all this great modern technology that is now being used in education, but let's not forget about the human factor, and let's not forget that teaching and education in general should be in my opinion, just an exchange of ideas between two human beings. I think this interaction is extremely important. So in this sense, I'd say that e-learning would not be replacing this human factor, because you might think that there is a risk, right? There's all these robotics at hand. You've got all these programs and all these different animations, etc. So I'd say that let's think about e-learning as a tool to support the interaction between humans. Let's think about this as this sort of an aid for teachers and for students to make learning more fun, to make it faster, and to make it just more modern in this day and age. So I think that this is a good place here at DDAC to think about this stuff while we check out all of this amazing technology here. And I will leave you with this thought in your heads. Thank you for your attention. Thanks.